guys. What the hell did this guy say? Like, I was on the floor laughing because I couldn't believe that he actually said what he said. So the guy wins, first of all. Absolute savage, this guy. That's the fourth heel hook finish in a row. How crazy is that? And after the fight, he goes on the mic and he calls one of the earlier fighters. We were talking about this fight in the prediction video. His name's Chris Barnett, and he is pretty fat guy, and he's also black. And this Walter Walker guy I'm talking about, he went to the microphone and he said, "What is this shit? Chocolate Peppa Pig. Chocolate Peppa Pig." Guys, like, I thought I'm dreaming. I mean, what did you just say? Oh my god, so funny. And I don't even get why. Why was he just flaming him for literally no reason? But anyway, so he called one guy Chocolate Peppa Pig, but he delivered in his fight. And I think if you do 4 heel hook finishes in a row, you definitely deserve to maybe get a very high ranked opponent next. They did this a couple of times with people that really stood out in their performances, and I have the perfect enemy for him. Someone who also fought on this card, and oh my god, horrible fight, but amazing decision. So the fighter I would put as enemy for him is Jailton Almeida, the loser of the 4th fight of the main card, or the second one, depending on where you start. Absolute disgusting, boring performance, stinker performance, but oh my god, can't even, like, I don't even want to talk about it. Maybe later in the video. Absolutely horrible. And if this guy likes being on the ground so much and doing nothing, put him against Walter Walker and let's see if he's someone who can initiate some action on the ground. So yeah, I would put Walter Walker versus Jailton Almeida. If he can pull off something crazy again, we got a new top 5 guy. If not, then we know, okay, his next fight shouldn't be as high anymore. Yeah, but that's my matchup. So next guy on the list, I gotta look for his name because it's very crazy. Quillen Salkilled. Quillen Salkilled. Dude, what the actual fuck was that knockout? Holy shit. And first of all, let me say, I'm so pissed again. I think I told you in another video that I'm the unluckiest guy when it comes to sports. When I watch football or soccer, the game's always 0-0. They end 0-0. Or I watch it and then I go to the toilet for 5 minutes and literally 2 goals were scored while I'm on the toilet. And it's the same with UFC cards. So sorry that there were so many decisions, but it's my fault because I watched the entire event live. So yeah, sorry for that. Unlucky as always. And now comes the best part. The Quillen Salkilled knockout. I sneezed in the exact moment when the knockout happened. I had to sneeze. I looked away for 2 seconds because of my sneeze. And I go back up and I hear, oh, and the guy's already on the floor. Oh my god, fucking how unlucky can you be? But anyway, oh my god, this knockout was actually crazy. The guy was out for 4 minutes. The next fight was about to start already and he was still out cold. Absolutely crazy head kick knockout. Insane. after such a performance, you deserve some guy higher ranked. And I think I have the perfect matchup. The guy's coming off a loss, Mauricio Huffy. Both are about similar height and reach. I mean, they both showed they can strike, and I feel like this could be a perfect matchup. The Huffy comes off a loss, but definitely isn't like he wasn't overhyped or something. I think he's still very good. And Killen Sal killed. He proved himself. Give him a top 50 guy, 15 guy, and let's see how this fight turns out. Okay, next fight on the card. Fighter Ikram Aliskerov. So, by the way, you will notice sometimes I left out the opponents out of fights because I only have 10 slots and I want to focus on the, in my opinion, most interesting ones. I mean, Walter Walker, as I mentioned, heel hook finish. Quillen Sal killed, head kick knockout, so I'm trying to filter out the more interesting ones. Anyway, next one, Ikram Aliskerov. I said he would win, he won. Pretty okay fight, it was mid, decision win, still looked good, looked very good, didn't drain out. I kinda was worried he'd gas out, but he looked good. My Iron Turtle boy sadly lost, but he still showed up. I wouldn't say it was a bad performance. It was just exactly what I predicted. The Dagestani guys are just another level, and no matter how good their opponent is, they so many times make them just look slightly worse. And this was the case again. Also, by the way, Khabib was in his corner. I was super surprised, but makes sense, right? So yeah, I would give him another. He should also get a top 15 guy. And my choice is Mike Mallard. He also comes off a win. I think he's place 15 right now. I gotta say, I think his win wasn't as convincing, just as Aliskerov's wasn't that convincing. And I feel like this could be a perfect matchup for the who will be top 15 spot, you know. I think it makes sense. I would like to see that fight, yeah. Ikram Aliskerov versus Mike Mallard. Okay, next fighter on the list. I have to look on my list again. Azamat Murzakanov. Azamat Murzakanov. Jesus Christ. Jab KO'd his opponent. Absolutely crazy. I was blown away. As you know, I predicted Rakic will win, but holy shit. Jab KO, that's all you can see basically. Like, he wasn't out cold, but the guy went for a jab. Rakic lunged forward, I think for a body shot, and basically walked right into the jab. And you know how physics work. If two cars hit each other with 30 kilometers per hour, the force the impact on you is double. It's 60 kilometers per hour. So if you drive into a wall with a car at 30 kilometers per hour, is only half as bad as if you would hit another car coming towards you with 30 kilometers per hour. And I say that's the main reason why this jab had such an impact. The jab was powerful, but Rakic also ducked right into it, and yeah, boom, knocked him out, knocked him down, and then just finished the fight. Absolutely blown away. Respect for that performance. Unbeaten. We gotta test him with some top 8 guy, and I think the perfect opponent both have absolute knockout power, and I would really like to see that fight. Jamal Hill versus Azamat Murzakanov. Let's see if this fight will happen, and hopefully we will see some bombs. Okay, so next fighter, Rakic, Alexander Rakic. Oh my god, guys, I also predicted that I have a feeling he might lose. Lost. He has, I think, 4 loses in a row now. Loses, I don't know. So doesn't really look good for him. Definitely has to fight a low rank guy. Something maybe 10 to 15 or even lower. And I think the best opponent right now for him would be Nikita Krylov. I think he's ranked 14 or 13 or something, and also comes off 2 or 3 losses, and I feel it would be a perfect matchup between two guys who are still top 15 but come off a couple losses, and I feel like this could be a good matchup. Alexander Rakic versus Nikita Krylov. Okay, next fighter on the list, Volkov, Alexander Volkov. Guys, this fight to me was amazing for one simple reason. It set like how do you say, what's the correct word? It sent a message towards the fight style in general, because so his opponent Jailton Almeida, he took him down and he had like 10 minutes of control time, but he did absolutely nothing. He just laid on him, so it counts as control time. And meanwhile, Volkov, even though he was on the bottom, he threw punches, elbows, even got a reversal in. So even though he was being controlled, he did way more and also more damaging stuff. So in the end, I was so surprised because I was like, see, exactly what I predicted will happen. The guy will get wrestled away, Volkov loses, and bam, his momentum is gone. But thankfully the judges ruled it as a win for him, and I was so happy, and I hope this sends out a message to all the boring grapplers that you can't just take someone down and lay on him to win. You gotta do something, and I love, thanks for these judges, thank you so much. I'm so happy Volkov won, and there's only one logical opponent for him next, and it will be the winner of the rematch of Gan versus Tom. We will talk about this again soon. So yeah, that's the only fight that makes sense. He definitely deserves the title shot. Just wait a bit, wait for the rematch, train some more takedown defense, and then once we got a winner between Tom Aspinall and Cyril Gahn, he gets them as the next opponent. Okay, next fight on the list, Mario Bautista. Yo guys, honestly, I'm kinda hopping on the Mario Bautista train. I really liked how he showed up. If he fights like this, I'm definitely gonna change my mind. The guy came in, went in for the fight, went to distance. Sadly he lost, but guys, it's a bit like with Khalil Roundtree. Even though they lost, their stocks didn't go down because they didn't get stomped. It was a very entertaining, action-packed fight. So also won. I can't remember right now who he beat. Ah, yeah, this Montel Jackson guy. Was it him? I don't know. Wasn't the most convincing win, but he won. And Bautista coming off a loss, I think that makes sense. They are ranked about the same, and I think it could be a fun fight, even though I'm pretty sure Mauro Bautista would win. But let's see. Okay, next guy on the list, Umar Nurmagomedov. First of all, bruh, how did this guy escape from that ankle lock early? Oh my god, that looked so painful. I was sure he's gonna tap. Maybe I hallucinated, but I literally had the feeling I heard him scream, Umar, like, ah! And I was sure, okay, it's done. But somehow he escaped, and the guy is just exactly what I said. These Dagi guys are just different. Like, Mauro fought so good, but Umar was just a bit better, and I really enjoyed the fight. And I heard some people say it wasn't that convincing of a win, but I think it was very convincing because, again, Bautista was amazing, looked amazing. It's weird to say someone looks amazing even though they lost, but it just is the truth. So yeah, to me only one thing makes sense. Umar Nurmagomedov versus the winner of Merab and Jan. Nothing else makes sense to me. I looked through the rankings and nothing makes sense. Sandhagen I already matched, and I think people like Song Yadong doesn't make sense. Now, to me, first of all, the Merab Umar fight was the closest fight Merab had anyway. So, in a way, if you give someone a rematch, it's him. And now, after winning against Bautista, I say 100% give him the next title shot. So, yeah. Next fighter or fightress, I don't know how you say, but I thought, hey, it's the first. I never included a woman fight until now, but it's not even because I didn't want to. It's just there was no title fight so far. So yeah, we got the first title fight, but it was boring as hell in my opinion. It was so boring. Decision fight, and I'm only gonna talk about the champion, Mackenzie Dern. Guys, I'll be honest, this was, none of these girls would actually be champion if Weili Zhang still would be champion. So to me, both didn't really convince me. And to me, only one thing makes sense, because this fight between Dern and Shandy Rober, this wasn't a title fight to me. To me, this is more like an interim title, and the actual champion has yet to be chosen, because the fight to make is Mackenzie Dern versus Weili Zhang. The situation is very unfortunate right now, because Weili championed for a long time. She wanted a new challenge. She pretty much beat everyone out of this division. So she went up a division to fight another legend of the division, to fight Valentina Shevchenko. By the way, this is actually one of the first women fights I'm actually pumped for, because they are both amazing. First of all, they are both amazing humans and also amazing fighters. Can't wait for this fight, but regardless of the outcome, the only fight that makes sense after is Mackenzie Dern versus Weili Zhang, to determine who's the actual champion. Because let's be honest, that's who you have to be the actual champion. So yeah, that's the only fight that makes sense. And now, last but not least, or maybe least, yeah, main event: Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gahn. What can I say? I think you, all MMA fans, by now you probably heard enough of it, so I'm not even gonna talk that much about it. I mean, disgusting double eye poke. I don't even get the discussions about he faked an injury or whatever. The fingers went in, but like almost behind the eye, both fingers. And to me, like, if I was Tom Aspinall, 100% I would stop the fight too. I mean, you can fuck around with a broken finger or maybe even arm or something like that, but eyesight, yo, ain't no way I'm sacrificing my vision for my ego or whatever you want to call it, or for fans to not boo me because I get fouled. So absolute right decision. Sucks as fuck. I kinda internally laughed about all the rich people going for the Abu Dhabi card only to get destroyed with a main card like this. Like a main event, eye poke, a no contest, other title fight, boring as hell. Gahn versus Volkov. Almeida versus Volkov. Again, only on the ground, boring as hell. So whoever bought tickets for this got fucked really, really hard. Yeah, but back to the fight. We gotta book the rematch. There's no other choice, especially because the fight looked so even. They looked so evenly matched, and it just got going, man. They just started. It looked so interesting. Finally, Tom got some adversity. Finally, oh my God! Wait a second. But it was also not as one-sided as many people say. Like Cyril Gahn was piecing him up, and it was just very, very even. And oh my God, I'm so sad. And yeah, definitely we have to run this fight back. There's no other option. I can't wait for the rematch, to me personally. But I'm pretty sure the injury was too heavy. But my dream would be if they put them on the December card, because then we would get a card with 3 title fights. And December, it's fucking winter, it's cold, we're pissed anyway, and at least we would get the absolute craziest event ever. Let's do it like this. I will open my smartphone meanwhile. Let's check. It should be UFC 2. No, wait. 323. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, it's 7th December. That's the December card. Main event right now: Dvalishvili versus Peter Yan. Co-main: Pantoja versus Joshua Wan. Both absolute bangers. Then we get Blachowicz versus Guskov. Insane. Oh my God, this is already an insane card. And now let's slam a fucking Tom Aspinall versus Gahn on top. Triple title fight. Craziest card of the year. Let's fucking go. I wanna see that. And if not, probably January, first Paramount event. It's gonna sell crazy, or it's gonna be viewed a lot. Especially now, there was a story already, but now the story is really big. So yeah, let's make this fight happen, and let's see what UFC will do. Fucking Dana pissed me off again, man. At the way he said, like, yeah, and Tom just didn't want to be in anymore. Like, bro, did you not that he got double eye poked. And like, I don't get how you can talk about someone like that got obviously fouled, you know. It's absolutely crazy. And to say someone wants to get out of the ring, you gotta be sorry but R-worded if you think any fighter is scared of someone else. That's not possible. Why would you be a fighter then? There's not even 1 milli percent in me that thinks this could have been Espinal wanting to get out of the fight. So don't listen to these bullshit casuals. We gotta watch the rematch and let's see how it plays out. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I was yapping a lot this video, but it was a controversial event with a lot of stuff happening, so I thought let's do a longer video. As always, if you like the video, please like, please subscribe, and until next time, bye bye.